Wills basically fall into three categories. The first would be a will that was done for a single person. And a single person's will is pretty straightforward. I'm Brad Wiewel, and I don't have children, I don't have a spouse, and I want to leave my money to X, Y, and Z my friends, X, Y, and Z my charity, X and Y my friends, Z my charity. Very simple, very straightforward. A will for a married couple, or maybe even for somebody who's single but has children, gets more complex. Because if there are minor children involved, whether you're single or married, we're going to make sure we've got two things. We're going to make sure we designate guardians. Who's going to raise your children if you can't raise them? The other thing we want to make sure we create inside your will is a little trust, a little account, not a real account, but a little bucket where the money goes in and somebody you trust has their handle on that bucket. They hold onto the bucket and dip money out for your kids until your kids get to an age that you pick where the kids get the rest of the money that's in that bucket. Set up a little trust. Married people without kids or married people with kids can also do simple wills. If their kids are not minors, their kids are adults. A simple will for a married couple is, we sometimes call it an I love you will. Sometimes they're called sweetheart wills. Honey, I die and I give you everything. Honey, you die and you give me everything. The problem with a simple will for a married couple without kids, or a simple will for a married couple with kids, if it's too simple. You may lose an entire estate tax exemption if you just have a simple will. So the last kind of will that married couples can do is called a will with tax planning. The tax planning is typically something called a bypass trust. Sometimes it's called a credit shelter trust. Sometimes it's called a family trust. But it's a little trust we put in the will. When the first spouse dies, the money doesn't go to the spouse. It goes into a trust for the spouse. The spouse can be the trustee of that trust. We save a lot of estate taxes using bypass trusts.